Teague, who did not play back on December 23rd. Josh Okogie, the all-star in the middle. Karl Anthony Towns.
23rd, it was Andrew Wiggins who had a solid game. And as Nick
Anthony Towns, this is what he likes to do. He can play outside, inside. With the shot clock dwindling, Wiggins has to fire it up, and it's good. That is a deep.
The Timberwolves deep into the shot clock, and a tough shot like that. I thought if Wiggins would be able to make that all night.
George off the feed from Westbrook.
He took, what, 9 shots in that ball game.
Gibson steps through the double team, stays with it, and somehow got it up. This Minnesota team coming off of back-to-back wins as Towns follows his own miss. Now Teague wants to line up a 3, and he knocks it down.
That one.
It's a big problem on Sunday as well against Washington, which the Wizards shot 13 more field goal attempts.
Is out of the ball game for them.
2 fouls. George kicks it back outside. Ferguson off the dribble. That's good. Get the leaner, and the Thunder just having a hard time collecting the basketball.
Well, not as hard as the Timberwolves are trying to score right now. You'll take that as well.
Adams off the bounce pass from Westbrook, and it pushed it up, floated it up and in. Basically the same. And Gibson with the shot.
Second again by the Thunder.
Probably the 3rd possession so far that Minnesota's been able to capitalize, even though the shot clock was winding down, is right back.
And Wiggins does the same thing. Contact.
Can George keep it alive? He does. Down low. Banks it in. Sunday against Washington. Thunder with the early lead, but Wiggins, who seems to never make
leads, you've established yourself on the offensive end. Continue to do that.
Boy, and there is a nice drive and dish. Westbrook had it taken away. And now Teague with a clear path down the other way.
Because he wants Wiggins to get more opportunities out in transition. We've seen it here early, guys. A couple early buckets for Wiggins.
But Saric had a clean look right underneath. Back-to-back cupcakes, no good. And Westbrook comes back down.
Missed by Boji Jang, and then the tip in by Saric. He was just all by himself as well. That's like a 4-point swing.
Grant, but he couldn't quite get it up the floor. Saric, the deep post on Schroeder. With a lot of time left to go in the first quarter. Here is Adams. A move and a dunk for Adams. 1:08 left to go in the first quarter. Well, George trying to get around that screen, but Wiggins off the dribble and again knocks it.
Not going to block his shot at the rim. And almost a deflection by the Thunder.
Saric, he can knock that down from the outside, and he does. Get that loose ball on the baseline.
And really good defense that time by Nerlens Noel.
And Diallo on the baseline soars up.
That's all he says, and he goes coast to coast with it.
That baseline to baseline. There's a step back jumper. That is good. Yeah, it always kind of surprises you when it's a non-3 is Schroeder.
Under him, sea legs, as we always say, folks. Thunder just came out of 10 games. Well, 6 games in 10 days.
Saric steps into that one. Offensive rebound by Towns. That's going to count and one.
Up in the air, too, like a soccer player, like he had just gotten fouled. You know when they don't get fouled?
Oh, how about the drive by Schroeder, but Nerlens, no. See, there's the activity. There's just nothing easy out there on this particular possession, and then the Thunder bail him out with
that shot clock defense.
Boy, how about that execution? Dennis Schroeder. And Nerlens.
If anything, don't call anything on that play.
Well, again, the Thunder going to have a hard time here as Towns spun away from Noel. Tyus Jones from a Duke standout, but nobody slowed him down as he split past. The slip pass, how about that? Beautiful execution.
He's one of those versatile guys. He can play a 3, 4, or a 5.
Another dunk, though.
But it was 6 here in the quarter. Just 5 only in the first.
Well, the Thunder got to find a way to find some easy
on that play.
It's one of those big man moves where you try to take advantage of the smaller player. Adams off the feed from left. Get it back down to single digits. Back-to-back buckets. Gonna slow down Karl Anthony Towns. That running shot across the lane. Adams the hedge, but it leaves the lane open. All movement by T-Wolves. And that is
in these set pieces.
Paul George in the corner. He'll try to line up the three, and he does. Adams again with Towns on the bench. Can he take advantage? Series of moves. Oh, the scoop by Adams. How about that? Westbrook lost it, but Adams getting it right back to him. And Westbrook right there for the loose change.
That shooting percentage is starting to come down a little bit for the Timberwolves.
George slides across the lane and got it to drop in. Now Wiggins, he got away with a push-off on George and takes advantage. Wiggins leading the way now with 16 in the game. Ferguson, catch fire three, that's good. Thanks tonight, 6 out of 12, 50%. Ball movement, that's an open three for Wiggins, who continues to...
They want to work very hard, but...
Westbrook, boy, thought he had an opening down the lane. That's a three from Ferguson, who buries it from the corner, his third of the night. And we are tied at 59. And now the Thunder with an opportunity to take the lead. Up ahead, it's Ferguson who gives them the lead.
It's almost like a tennis match, folks, in favor of the Thunder.
And that Timberwolves lead has been erased. See if the Thunder go 2 for 1. George comes right back down and gives...
Second difference between the shot clock and game.
Gotta find a way to slow down the Wiggins. Off the dribble. Oh my goodness, Andrew.